It's another weekend to learn from each other and to empower each other to continue working on our study abroad process. Another weekend to inspire, to let you know that yes, it is highly possible. You can also do it, depending on which part of the process you've got into. I'm here to empower you and to share ideas and valuable information worth using, um, worth spending your time and your data on. And today, I do not have a guest on the Study Abroad podcast. If you are an ardent follower of the biggest Study Abroad content platform, which is the Fred Effect platforms, you know that every weekend at this particular time, we have what we call the Study Abroad podcast. Now, what we do, in case you are new to the platform, is to invite people who have been through the Study Abroad process, who are studying at various universities on various scholarships, and for them to share their journey, their experience, and how they were able to come from where they came from to study abroad, and for you to learn from it, so that if you want to study abroad, it makes the process easier since you're able to listen and learn from other people's experience. But today, we decided that we'll be responding to your questions, your enquiries, and your concerns. So if you have a question, I'll be sharing the link to join us on the various social media platforms. We are streaming live across all the Fred Effects, platforms. On Facebook, we are about 108 family members. I don't want to use followers. We are family members. We are trying to help each other. So it's not about somebody leading and somebody following. No, we are trying to empower each other. I share ideas, and also I get comments from you, and just like I'll be doing today, to also be learning from you as well. And on YouTube, we are the biggest study abroad content platform. We have about 173 family members over there as well. And on Twitter, about 40,000. And on TikTok is about 160 something, if I'm correct. Yeah. So on Instagram, we have about 20,000 family members. And so this is the biggest study abroad content platform. We are more than 500,000 across all our social media platforms. This is a testament to the valuable information we've been putting out there and the lives we have been able to touch together with the Fred Effects family members, the lives we've been able to impact over the years. There has been more than a decade of constantly, putting out educational and informational and life impacting content, that would change people's life. So that's what we do. The core focus of this platform is on positivity, right? So we don't create content to scare people. We don't create content to warn people. You don't watch our content and you feel like the world is coming to an end. You feel less valuable of yourself and all that. We try to empower you that everybody have a distinct life and all that, but it is possible that if somebody has been able to study abroad and on a scholarship and you want to achieve that, there is a positive way of doing it. And if you don't know how to do something, that is what makes it a bit challenging. That how do I go about this and all that. So we show you how to go about it. So if you have a challenge, we help you out. So one of the challenges that most people are having when it comes to especially visa interview. So if you are planning to study abroad or study in the US for the fall 2025, it means that by now maybe you are expecting admission, or you have already gotten your admission, you have your scholarship notice. Some people have the I-20s and stuff like that. Others are scheduling for a visa interview. Some people have been to the first visa interview, it didn't go as expected, so they are reapplying. The good thing is that for more than half a decade, the Fred Effect team has a WhatsApp group, that we on every day. Every day we assist people to prepare and all that. And this has, as a result of going through the process, and also the opportunity to be interacting with former visa officers and the opportunity to assist thousands of people prepare. The experience is built over years to be able to help you prepare. So if you want to join that group, remember you can send us an Instagram message. It's just search for the Fred Effect. That is the only way to get in touch. Unfortunately, we are aware of some individuals who are impersonating the Fred Effect brand. Remember that on most of our platforms, our channel is verified. So on YouTube, it's a verified YouTube platform. and it's over 170,000. On Instagram, over 20,000. It is verified. So when you want to interact with us, kindly check for the verification mark before you send a message. And on Facebook too, it's a verified platform. We know a lot of people are impersonating the brand. They are trying to, create other platforms to scam people. Please do not fall for that. Our platform on Facebook is also verified. So the only way to send us or to interact with us will be via Instagram, because the Instagram handle is verified. We can easily message over there, or we can have a phone call over there on Instagram. So that is the only channel. We do not respond to emails. We do not respond to other platforms. We know people send messages over there, but we want to make sure that you don't fall prey. So that's why we channel every conversation via our verified Instagram handle, which is over 20,000 followers. So please, let's do that so that you don't fall for any of these scams and all that. We would really appreciate if you do that. If you are just joining us, remember today, as we do it every weekend, we'll be selecting one person as well. And we got a new microphone, as you can see. So let me know how this microphone is sounding. It's a one-man production. I'm not married yet, so I do everything on my own. I set up, I do my lighting, my camera, and everything on my own. So let me know if this is sounding okay for you. And at the end of the session, we'll be selecting one person which the Fred Effect team would assist. So how do you get a chance to be selected? The question for the day is what you have to respond to, or you can comment. If you have any questions, just type them in the comment section. I'll be reading and then we'll be responding to them. Sometimes you just need somebody, somebody's ideas, or somebody who is experienced in the process to clarify certain issues for you, and it will make it smooth for you to work on your study abroad process. That is what we are here to do today. So in the comment section, what questions do you have for me? Type them. Of course, I'll be, bringing some people on. Remember, you have to have your video on and have a clear background so that we can be responding to your questions. On Facebook, we'll be taking some of the questions under the comment section. On X or Twitter, the same thing. And on YouTube, you can also send in your questions and comments. I'll be happy to respond to them. Have you received an admission? Are you preparing to apply? Are you preparing for your visa interview and all that? Let us hear from you in the comment section, and we'll be responding to your questions. So once you comment, once you like, once you subscribe, once you share, then automatically you join the draw. And at the end of the session, we'll be having that draw, and then we select one person who the Fred Effect team would assist. So the question is, what is the major challenge you face in your admission, scholarship, and visa application process? So answer this question in the comment section, and we'll be reading some of them. Once you do so, you automatically join the draw, and then you stand a chance of being selected at the end of the day. Pascal, I see you. Let me give some shout outs, very important. Anita is watching us on Facebook. Shout outs to you, Anita. Julius Konu, shout outs to you. Julius said the Fred Effect, you're watching us on YouTube. Thank you for being part of the family. It's an amazing and lovely family to sort of be impacting ourselves and to be helping ourselves build, that kind of in a way where we are seeking for higher education. And I love higher ed. I tell you, higher ed is amazing. For you to know that I'm working on something that has the potential to change my life, my family, and my kids that are unborn. This is amazing. So this is a good thing that we are trying to work. And the unfortunate thing is that people do not know how to go about it. And so some of us who have had opportunity to do it and also have opportunity to assist thousands of people to be successful, we decided to use social media, these platforms, to empower you, to let you know how things are done. Because the educational system from at where we come from is very different from where you want to study. So the challenge here is, how do you use your qualification for the country where you want to travel to, for them to understand your qualification to be able to admit you? And that's what we are here to share. So Julius Konu, Otwi Churchill, Emmanuel Assan. Hi, Emmanuel, how are you doing? Jones, Kumashi, I hope I got the name right. Kwesi, Rel, did I get a name right? Shadi, shout outs to you watching us on Facebook. Siam Boy, did I get the name right? Eunice, I see you. And then Akumia Weapon. Wow, that's such a name. Akumia, shout out to you, my brother. Abdul, you're watching us on Facebook. You're welcome to the platform. Let me see. Okay, trying to give as many shout outs as possible. Pascal TVGH. Pascal TVGH, shout outs to you, bro. You said that it really has a good sound. Okay, thank you. This is a sound investment. It's a little bit expensive microphone, so wanted to make sure we are giving quality pictures and then quality sound so that there wouldn't be any interruption. How about the internet? It's everything clear where you're watching us? TikTok, let's hear from you. And so there's a little bit of issue with people trying to schedule an appointment and all that. Remember, we are still in March, right? So if you have your I-20, you are trying to book an appointment, and then especially if you are in Ghana and then the date is in somewhere August, September, December, even next year, it's not a problem. The good thing about this whole process is that you are able to schedule an appointment. So for example, you can get a date in September, and then you can monitor the portal or the calendar to be in the Avid portal to be able to reschedule for a proper date. Now, alternatively, you also have an opportunity to put in what we call emergency request. So make sure that you pay your service fee, you write a very good message, and normally the message goes like, maybe my program starts in August or July. Unfortunately, the date I was able to schedule is in December, maybe 2025. Then you ask that you be granted an emergency request. So for people who are waiting for a proper date to or a favorable date to appear in the calendar before you schedule, you are making a mistake. Don't do that. Schedule whatever is available. Now, when you schedule, you have about 4 chances. And because they changed the portal, things are changing a little bit. Initially, it used to be that you can only reschedule once you schedule an appointment. And now you can be able to reschedule, also have an opportunity to put in emergency request so that you can get a closer date. So the most important thing is the preparation, not getting a date. Getting a date has never been an issue. Don't let anybody scare you. You can secure whatever date is available. Make sure you are very well prepared in terms of documents, in terms of how to answer these questions and all that. So you don't have to be in a rush to go in for a date when you are not ready to even go for the interview. You get it? So, if you are not seeing a good date, it's not a problem. Schedule whatever is available. And now the new portal which the embassy is using, and let's make this clear. The portal was changed last year. So if somebody, did the whole visa application last 2 years, last 3 years, the old portal, which is the US Travel Docs, that's not what is being used. So in Nigeria, in Sierra Leone, in Cote d'Ivoire, in Ghana, and then some other countries are included. I will log into the portal and show you that. They all use the Avet portal. Now, a good thing is that, especially if you are listening to me from Ghana, you are able to go for your interview in another country. So I know people who go to Eswatini, Madagascar, people go to Togo. If these countries are using a different portal, then you can definitely schedule if you get a favorable date. I like the way Togo's portal works, because unlike other countries, you are able to see the date available even before you pay for the visa application fee. I know people go to Benin and all that. So I'll be happy to respond to your questions, and I'll be giving you some valuable insights. I have a whole list prepared for you today. We'll talk about some of the universities that are waiving application fees that you can still apply to for fall semester. You are not too late. Shine light, and then I'll shine light on some other people who are also creating content, like Fela GH, like my brother Kingsford Onyina. There are a lot of people who are also creating content to help you with the study abroad process. Maybe you don't know about them. I'll be talking to you, Inzube from Nigeria. There are a lot of amazing people creating content about this study abroad, sharing their journey, that I'll be shining light on. We grow by lifting others. From this side, we build muscles by lifting others. You don't necessarily have to only focus on my platform for every information you need to be successful with this process. I have amazing friends. I have amazing brothers and sisters who are also creating great content, that if you go and subscribe to their channel, is going to help you understand the process better. For example, if the Fred Effect talks about something and you're able to confirm from another platform, it helps as well. So shout outs to Aaron in Spice. He's doing amazing. And then I'll be sharing some of the videos and then their content with you. Write them down, go and subscribe, follow them, so that it will help with your process as well. Let me get somebody on, and then I'll be also reading your questions and be responding to them. Nathan, you have to have put your video on before I can bring you on. You should have your video on if you want me to pick you up. So I see Raphael, Emmanuel, Nathan, Ernest Abuaje, and then you can use the link that I'll be putting in. Let's see, let me share that so that it makes it easier if you want to join. So if you want to join us, you can use this link to be able to join. Let's see. All right, so this is the link, and then I'll be able to pick you up. We can have a conversation. Hi, Nathan, can you hear me? I'll be sharing this link on the various platforms as well. Nathan, your microphone is muted. Okay, let's see if Raphael can hear me. Hi, Raphael.
Hello, Fred. Can you hear me, Fred?
Or can you hear me? Okay,
Hello, can you hear me?
Raphael. So,
Fred, can you hear me?
Hi, Raphael. Let me know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, please go on.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask a question, but I think you addressed it.
Okay, the sound is a little bit bad from your end. Let's see. Hi, Ernest. Let me know if you can hear me, Ernest. Hi, Ernest. Can you please hear me? Okay. Ernest cannot hear me. So let's see. Hi, Emmanuel. Let me know if you can hear me, Emmanuel. Okay. All right. So you can put in the request. I'll be happy to approve it, and then you can join. All right. Let's see. So this is the link you can use to join. I shared it on the various platforms. Let me post them in the comment section. You can type them in your browser, and then you can join me live in the studios, and then I'll be responding to your questions as well. So let's see. All right, let's see. All right, so Eagle Line is asking, can you share something about studying in the US under loan? So the good thing about studying in the US is that there are a lot of scholarships available. So if your school offers scholarships, mostly even before you apply. However, some people resort to loan, and I would highly, recommend that if you have an opportunity to get scholarship, go in for the scholarship instead. However, if the loan is your last option, which is absolutely fine, then you have to look out for the interest rate and all that. Some people are able to get a loan to be able to work on their process. However, if they get here, they are able to get a scholarship. So if the loan is your last option, I know a lot of people that applied for, especially the Empower, Prodigy Finance and all that, and then they got it. They were able to secure their visa. When they got in, that is when they were able to secure other scholarship opportunities on campus. So if the loan is your last resort, yes, obviously. All right, so let's bring Kwanzaa on. And let's see. Hi, Kwanzaa, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Right. I don't know if my sound is clear. Is my sound clear at your
Very
end?
clear. Yeah,
All
very
right.
clear. I can hear you. Yeah.
Talk to me.
My
I'm
name is
listening.
Kwanzaa. Yeah, I
Right.
would like to say a very big thank you to you. You've been doing an amazing job. Trust me. You don't know me, but I know one of your team members, Kafui.
Right.
Yeah, I know one of you, Kafui. Yeah, she's a friend, and you guys are really doing well. I applied to one school, only just one school, and I got admission just last Wednesday.
Okay.
I got admission with 25% scholarship, and I'm supposed to apply for Dean's scholarship too, which I'm still working on the essay to get a fully funded scholarship. But I would like to say a very big thank you. That's why I came on this platform. Because
Awesome.
I followed every tips of yours, everything day in and day out. I will follow you anytime you're online with your live session. So I'm a very big fan of you. Anyone who knows me, I post a lot of your videos on my status.
Yes, sir.
I keep telling people to come to you like that, yeah. So I would like to say a very big thank you to your team and Kafui too. Shout out to her. She's been
All
an
right.
amazing friend from uni. Yeah.
I really appreciate you for coming on, bro. This means a lot to me. All right. So we've started on a very good note. Let's keep on the positivity, right? I like the fact that the brother just came on to say thank you. Thank you too, for believing in the content we put out there, and congrats on getting the admission as well. Let's see who we can get on. Abdul, can you please put on your video if you can hear me? Abdul, salam alaikum. You can unmute your microphone, Abdul.
Okay, walaikum.
Yeah, where are you though?
Yeah, I'm in the UK. I'm in Scotland.
All right. So is the fast over? When is it the fitr? I'm supposed to know this because my family is a Muslim. Are you fasting or you're not fasting?
Yeah, I'm fasting.
But when will the fast be over?
Yeah, that's today.
Today. Oh, okay. Charlie, pray for us. Yeah, pray for
All
us.
right, sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I have a quick question. I was
Okay.
actually doing application for two friends of mine who are in Ghana, and one got into American University. But unfortunately, the scholarship that he got was the Dean Scholarship, which was $37,000
Which came automatically with admission?
exactly.
Okay, go ahead.
But the COA is around 80,000. And we wrote to the department whether we could get a graduate assistantship, but they said unfortunately everything is exhausted. They don't have any right now.
Okay.
And now also I wanted to find out whether it is good for us to go on with the I-20 and the visa application, because the COA is quite huge amount.
No,
and we are on there.
Huge is relative, right? It's because of where we're coming from. That's why it's huge. All right. So, it's congrats to, your people on the admission. American University, great university. I have a couple of friends who graduated from there. Shout outs to Abigail. She graduated from that school. So I know how they operate very well. Here's the thing. The department is, only one of the sources you can get scholarship from the school.
Okay.
There are some non-academic departments. So every school normally has an employment website, and I wanted to share something with you real quick. I did a very well-researched video on how you can get scholarship after you get admission. I'm going to share that with you. This is the video, and if you've not checked it out, I highly encourage you to do.
Okay.
So this is the video. It's about 17 minutes video, about over 90,000 views so far. It's a very well-researched video I did explaining the various ways apart from your department that you can get scholarship, right? So the department has, I think, given a substantial amount, which is okay. One of the things I mentioned in the video is you can explore the employment website of the university. So every university has an employment website. So on the employment website, you can see some of the graduate assistantships that are being advertised. So most people get their scholarship from their department. That is how it worked for me from my first university. But in my second university, my scholarship was from a different department, which is non-academic. So I was working for the transportation department in the same school, though. And how did I do that? I went to the employment website and then I applied. I was interviewed for it. And so I was schooling in a different department, but my scholarship was coming from another department. So if you check out this video, I explain about 10 different avenues apart from your department that you can get scholarship. All right. So that is that. You can also join us if you have any questions, and I will be happy to address them. So congrats on getting admission to American University. You have to have your video on if you want me to pick you up. So please do that. All right, let's talk to Julius. Julius, how are you doing?
Hello, Mr. Fred. Good evening. Please,
where are you
well.
talking from?
I'm speaking from Ghana.
Why are you not
Obuasi.
smiling? Smile a little bit, bro. Life is not that hard. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Oh, I like your smile.
Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
All right. So I want to first of all thank you for this opportunity and for your information that you have been sharing to us on the internet. You see, it has been helpful to me, and through this information, I applied for some schools, University of Texas at Arlington and
Okay.
University of Bradford. I got admitted to all these schools.
Why did you apply to only schools you will not pay anything, my brother?
Pardon me, sir.
Why did you apply to only schools that you did not pay anything? You didn't pay application fee to even
Oh,
one of them.
the other schools that I applied, which I'm
Mhm.
waiting the admission.
You paid.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay. Go ahead.
far, these are the ones that I've received, the admissions that I've received,
Mhm.
and the scholarship to they didn't give me let me say a very good scholarship.
So let's take it one after the other. Arlington, for example, I know that there was an application fee waiver, but did you talk to the department about funding before applying?
No, please, I didn't do that.
You know, that is the mistake people make. Understand that. Let's understand that not every department has scholarship. That is very clear. So when you got to the school and wanted to apply, you could have, just gotten the email address of the head of department and asked them that, do they offer graduate assistantship or scholarship to international students? They will be able to tell you even before you apply. But that notwithstanding, congrats on the admission. Now you have
Thank
to
you.
go back to the director that you didn't contact before applying and then ask, have you done that?
Yeah, so what they told me was that they first gave me this scholarship. It was a $2,000 scholarship
Right.
for research in the department.
Okay.
Yeah, and I wrote to them that is there any position for graduate assistantship? And they were like there is no graduate assistantship.
Also, so
Only
that is one of the places you can get assistantship. So, like I was explaining to a brother in this video, I explained about 10 different avenues, including they having an employment website. But I know that Arlington also has an enrollment deposit, which would give you access to activate your student account. So when you get admission to a school, every school has an institutional email or account that they assign to you. If you're able to, sign up for your institutional account, it gives you access to, the employment website of the university. So if there is a non-academic department like my school where, I was doing MPA, but I was working for a transportation sector of the school, which is non-academic. Do you get it? For me to get that job, it is not from my department. I would rather have to go to the university's website and apply, which is the job website. So if, for example, Arlington uses maybe Handshake, just for an example, you will need to get the, sign up for the student, email address or a student account, log into Handshake and be able to apply for the graduate assistantship on Handshake. So when you get it, then it will sponsor your education.
Okay. And this was my last question that I wanted to ask.
Right.
Can you suggest to me any external scholarship that I can apply to fund this opportunity?
When you say external, do you look at like external in the US or external as in from Ghana?
Yeah, like US.
Yeah, there are a lot of external. I'll be sharing a screen. I think international student scholarship. There's a portal like that. I'll be showing my screen and then I'll share the link to international student scholarship. So there are a lot of them. Even Empower has a sort of scholarship. I'll share some of them so that you can go to the website. If it applies to you, then you can apply for it as well. But I think you not applying to one school was very positive. You told me about Bridgeport as well, and you said the other schools you are waiting to hear from them as well. So that was a smart decision, not putting your eggs in one basket. What program did you opt for?
Materials engineering.
Oh, engineering is so when you put on when you blame. Oh, nah, like for engineering, we don't have a problem, bro. The people who struggle for scholarship is not engineering.
Yeah.
No. For engineering, you don't have to struggle for scholarship, bro. That's not a problem at all. I thought maybe another program. For engineering, you don't have a problem. You don't have to worry at all. Which other school did you apply to if you want to mention it? Apart from Bridgeport, Arlington, which other school?
UVA, ASU, and NJIT.
ASU is Arizona State or what school? Okay, my brother's
Yeah,
connect.
Arizona State.
Oh, that's a beautiful campus. That is the most beautiful campus I've been to. It's a beautiful place. And because it doesn't snow there, you don't have to worry about food and all that. Anyway, let's talk to another person. Let's talk to Solomon and then we'll go to Davis. Hi Solomon. How are you doing? I was going to say salam alaikum.
I'm not a Muslim, please.
All right, go ahead. Talk to me, bro.
Okay, Fred. I'd like to say thank you for everything that you've been doing for this whole community, and it's the first time I've followed your process. And when I applied, I got rejected. I think that was last week. That from Clark University.
Oh, you got rejected. What program did you apply for?
MS in society. There is this society course.
Oh,
that
okay.
I applied to. It's a new program that they've introduced to the school.
Oh,
so I
okay.
intended to venture into that. But my profession has been in the supply chain management industry. So
I see. Clark is a beautiful campus. I went there last 2 years. It's in Worcester, Massachusetts. Nice place. Go there.
Okay. So
please go ahead.
I believe I didn't do something well. Probably my SOP, probably my recommendation letters. Yeah, I believe I didn't do something well.
Right.
So I want some guidance so that I will just use my work experience to channel to the supply chain industry so that I will master in that line. But one question I want to ask is what is the age limit for the US schools when you want to do your masters? US and the Canada schools.
Yeah, most universities will not state an age limit. Obviously, when you're applying to a school, they will ask you of your date of birth. But I'm yet to see any school that says that people who apply to our programs, especially if it is graduate studies, some of my classmates are very old. Like the people that I sit in class with, I'm talking about the white people. They are presidents of universities. They are very old, like very old people. Sometimes it could be that I'm the youngest or among the youngest in the class. So, it doesn't really matter how old you are. The most important thing is like you said, get the required document and put in a proper application. And let's also understand that admission denial or a denial in life, it's part of life. You get it? It's not everything that we touch or decide to start that will be successful, which is absolutely fine. So you put in more applications so that you don't put your eggs in one basket and there's an opportunity to get in a place if another one denies you, right? So I think that if you want to reapply, you have to strengthen the next application and also not limit yourself to only one university.
Okay.
All right, let's talk to, thank you for joining, Dido Solomon. Let's talk to another person. Let's talk to Davis. Hi, Davis. Let's see if Davis is ready. Okay. Hi, Davis. How you doing? You have to unmute your microphone.
Hello.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing.
Okay.
I am.
Davis, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just fascinated.
Yeah, I see you are super excited.
This moment.
Yeah, you're excited. Oh man,
I'm very excited. I've been trying to. I've been trying to reach you on Instagram. Hello, is it okay, sir?
We can hear you, but you keep breaking. But you go ahead.
Okay. I used to I've tried all effort to reach you out on Instagram so that I can you
sure,
can mentor me
make sure you are sending it to the right
on.
Instagram account because we actively respond
Okay,
to our Instagram messages.
okay. I had an offer at Illinois Institute of Technology
With a scholarship, right?
um with partial funding.
No,
I
no,
didn't
no.
get the full.
But relax.
I didn't
First of
get the school full
relax,
scholarship.
relax. First of all, you did not pay anything to apply to this school. And then
Yes,
it
yeah,
came automatically with a scholarship. Not every
yeah,
admission comes automatically with a scholarship. So I need
yeah.
you to have that positive mindset of appreciating what you have done. You see, I was talking to a brother right now, and he said he got denied in a school. You have had admission, and the admission also automatically came with a scholarship, which you did not even pay application fee for. So appreciate that. When you do that, then
I
we
do.
can now move forward to, okay, how then do we move from a partial to a full scholarship? Do you get what I'm saying? So don't just trivialize it as if it's nothing. Oh, it didn't come with it. No, you're expecting the full scholarship before you become happy with it.
No, actually, I appreciate it a lot.
So think in that
I
way.
appreciate it
So
a lot.
somebody listening, they'll know that, oh, some people are getting admission, and it's a step-by-step process. We move from one step to another. We move from applying, we move from getting
Exactly.
admission, we move from getting some scholarship. That's where the full scholarship comes in.
Yeah.
Let me hear from you. What's your question for me, my brother?
Now, actually, I'm waiting for. I actually applied some couple of schools, and if I can get a better offer from the other schools
Man.
before I proceed, do you think it's a good decision to make?
No, I think it's not a good decision. What I want you to do is that treat every single school as if that is the only school you are going to. Don't work on the process thinking that I have several options. When you get
Okay.
a bird in hand is worth twice in the bush. When you get one
Okay.
admission, work on it as if that is the only school you got admitted to, because you don't know
Okay.
what the other ones will come with. You get it? So,
Yeah.
with what you have in hand, what can you do to increase your chances of maybe getting a full scholarship or working on the rest of the processes? For example, it comes with an enrollment deposit. Is it possible you could get an enrollment
Yeah.
deposit
Yeah.
waiver?
Exactly.
Or maybe can they allow you to proceed to get your I-20 before you pay the enrollment deposit? Can the enrollment deposit be credited to your student account? I need you to work on what you have while waiting for the others. Don't think that all the other ones should come before you now make a decision. You understand me, my brother? All right. So congrats to my brother for getting admission and a scholarship. Bro, let's appreciate the little we have. The other time I was talking to somebody that if you get admission, it's a big deal. It's an excitement. Some people want to make sure that, okay, I have all the full scholarship in the world before I jubilate. Putting in an application and the opportunity to get admission. So most of us, when we were admitted to local universities in Ghana, we know we are supposed to pay school fees. We know it doesn't come with any scholarship, but we anticipated and then we're happy. We rejoiced because maybe UCC gave me admission, Legon gave me admission, UPS gave me admission, Winnipeg gave me admission. When it comes to the study abroad process, people look at it differently. That admission is not a big deal. From where we are from Bole Bamboy, it's a big deal. Let's put another person on. Hi, Raphael. Hi, Raphael. Can you hear me? Okay, Raphael is not ready. So let's respond to some questions and we are good to go. Right. I appreciate you for putting in your questions. Click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, be part of the family. Share this with somebody so that they also benefit from the ideas and information we share on this platform. On the Fred Effect YouTube channel, we share a lot of ideas on the post session. So when you go to the YouTube channel, there are a lot of sections. So there's actually the video section. That's where you see all the videos. And let's brag a little bit, right? So we are the only platform with a video hitting 1.2 million views. It's not easy to do it on YouTube. That is to say that the video contains a lot of ideas and information. I interviewed a visa officer, and then I posted it, and then that is 1.2 million views. We have videos over 300,000 on YouTube alone. That is huge. So if you go to the live session, you see all the the various people we've invited who have shared their study abroad journey, the universities they are studying in, the scholarships they are on. So I call this the Study Abroad podcast. And if you're new on our platform, we do this and every Saturday, which is a weekend. So next week, I'll be having another guest on. But this week, we decided that why not respond to some of the questions you may have. So if you go under the post section, there is University of Alabama. They have a Master of Urban and Regional Planning program, which is still admitting students. And guess what? The application fee is free, is waived. So if you have a background in geography, regional planning, maybe economics, there are other related programs that if you study, you can also apply to the Urban and Regional Planning program at the University of Alabama. And not University of Alabama. It's called Alabama A&M University. There's actually University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa. There's University of Alabama at Birmingham. I have been in those campuses before, but this one is Alabama A&M University. So Alabama A&M University. So check out their program. They've waived the application fee and you can apply for free. All right, let's check out another one. On the post section, under the post section on our YouTube, we post a lot of information. So please be checking them out. The University of this is Albany State University is located in Georgia. Remember that in the month of March, the state of Georgia is waiving application fees, especially for undergraduate students. But, mostly they are waiving it for domestic students, but most of them would also consider international applicants. So this is what I posted at the post section under the Freddy Fett YouTube channel. Is about Albany State University. They were initially supposed to waive the application fee within March, but they have extended it to April 11th. So if you are still you are yet to apply, check out Albany State University. Albany is ALBANY. State University is located in Georgia, and then you can also apply. The application fee is waived. So let's get back to your questions, and then you can also request to come on, and then I'll approve you so that we can get talking. Let's see. So Notice is watching us on Facebook and he's saying, I want to know some of the universities that offer aerospace engineering. Notice, can you make it very specific? Are you talking about bachelor's in aerospace engineering? That's a good program, by the way. Or you're looking for a PhD or master's? Let me know in the comment section and I'll be happy to help you with some suggestions as well. Alfred wants to ask a question. So Alfred, you can type your questions in the comment. I'll read them just like I'm reading this one, and then I'll respond to it. Or you can click on the link, join us live in the studio. I have shared the link in the comment section. So you just click on it and then I'll approve you. Then we can talk. All right, let's see if we can get Raphael on. Hi, Raphael, how are you doing?
Hello, Fred. Can you hear me now?
Very well. Please go ahead. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Fred. How are you doing too?
I'm okay. Thank you for asking. Please go ahead with your question.
Okay, so with your advice on securing the funding using the other departments. Yes, so for me, I'm currently with my I-20 for Albany. Yes, MS Cybersecurity and Forensics. Right. And I'm using the I-20 for the visa appointment. It came with the Dean funding of $2,500 per semester. Mm-hmm. So when I paid, when you were advising earlier, when I paid, I got access to the student email. So as you said, they use handshake. So I've done a couple of applications. That's for graduate accommodation manager.
Okay.
Hopefully, one of the three works out. But on the side, I've also been approved for Empower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm also keeping that. So I just wanted to come on and say that if in case let's say out of these three I still don't get it and I'm still able to secure my
relax. Please be
no,
positive.
let me rephrase it. Let me rephrase it. Positivity is the motive here. Yes, so out of the three, I think with the manager position, the student residential manager,
Mm-hmm.
that caught my attention because that comes with monthly stipend and then an accommodation in addition throughout the year you are employed. So yes, that's what I have. I have aside that I had about three other admission offers.
Okay,
And all came with some form of
for people who may not understand what you're trying to say, let's educate ourselves here. And I'm happy you are confirming the things I'm saying, that you got admission, you're able to get some scholarship with admission automatically, and now you have an opportunity to apply for additional scholarships, which is not in your department, but it is outside your department, which you have applied for 3 of them. Now, what happens is that if they select you, you might be invited for an interview and you end up getting that scholarship. Even though you're schooling in one department, you'll be working for another department. So I wanted us to make it clear so that people will understand that, there are opportunities outside the department that you gain admission into.
Exactly. Right. It was that video you were talking about that made me try to find out if they had more. And then I was directed to the handshake, and then some of the some departments, as we said, have their own website. Yeah, so they were displaying their admissions, they're not on handshake.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I'm using that. But I think I'm going with Albany. Clark gave me admission, Babson College gave me, Wayne State College also gave me.
Babson in Massachusetts?
Yes, Babson. They gave me $10,000 scholarship. Okay. Clark, University of Clark gave me a 25%. Wayne State gave me an admission but without funding.
Then you're really working a lot. I'm very positive. Yes. That things will definitely work out. You're putting in the work. I know it's not easy to put in all these applications, especially with recommenders and all that. But hopefully, it's Engakangaka. You definitely sail through, my brother.
Exactly. My actual question was what you answered when you started the show on the visa application. So yes, I'll do that on Wednesday when the banks reopen. So I just secure the dates available and then look out for favorable ones. And if there are no favorable ones, I think it's either 60 days or 90 days, I can request for the expedite.
And thank you for bringing that up. And to somebody who do not know, initially the initial portal that the embassy was using, you can only pay for the visa application fee at GT Bank in Ghana. I'm talking about the context of Ghana. It differs in another country, but now with the new portal, which is the AVIT portal, you can use a MasterCard to pay, and you can also go to the bank to pay. So like you are saying, you do not necessarily have to wait for the banks to open. If you have a MasterCard or Visa card, you can still go ahead and do the payment.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for coming on, bro. I really appreciate it, and I wish you all the best in your applications. Let's talk to Sister Dorcas. Dorcas, what's the last name? Is it Chatty? Did I get it right? Hi, Dorcas. Can you hear me? Okay. Looks like Dorcas have issues with a connection. Hello. Hi, Dorcas. Can you please hear me? Hello, Dorcas. Can you hear me? Okay. Dorcas has issues. So let's bring Priscilla on. Let's see. Okay. Let's talk to Alfred, and then we'll go to Priscilla. Hi, Alfred. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Are you standing under like a public lighting system or what? I like the way your head is shining, just like mine. You're under a street light. Go ahead.
Yes, that's Thank you so much. First of all, I want to thank you. I've watched some of you, and I must say they are informative.
So your voice is fluctuating. We hear some at a point, and then it comes down a little bit. I don't know what's happening. Go ahead. Let me see. Let's see if we can hear you.
Is it okay now?
Let's manage this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I typed you on Instagram.
So I don't know if it's the wind, my bro. So can you reposition yourself? I hear some of what you're saying, but I can't hear everything. It's quite unfortunate. I'm so sorry about that. Please reposition and let's see if we can hear you. Let's talk to let's see, Sadiq. Isaka.
Zafred.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well. How about you?
I'm okay. Thank you for asking. Please go ahead.
Zafred, I have an admission with a scholarship of $15,000. But with the debit is what I'm finding a problem with right now. You know, I have to go ahead and pay my enrollment fee.
Is it the deficit or debit?
The deficit, sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so my total cost of tuition was $45,000, and I was being given a scholarship of $15,000. So the remaining balance is what?
Are you going for undergrad or masters?
Undergrad.
Then I can guess the school.
Missouri.
Yeah. I know. Let's go on.
So right now we are finding difficulty, getting the additional funds to go ahead and pay our enrollment fee, which.
So what is your challenge? The enrollment deposit or
no?
My
challenge is the deficit, the remaining balance that I need to submit to show that maybe I have the remaining balance that when I get to the United States I can pay my fees.
I don't know if you've been able to check out the video that I was showing about when you get an admission with a partial scholarship, what you should do.
No, I've not checked out.
Okay, so this is the video on the YouTube channel. Check this out. And then I explain a lot of avenues you can use.
Okay. I'm also a friend introduced me to this Salimaya. It's an institutional. They offer a loan to students. I don't know if you've heard about that.
I know about that.
Yeah, when I offered, they asked me to bring a co-signer, but then the co-signer should be a U.S. citizen as well.
So if you do have one, then that is great. But I don't know if you do know anybody who is willing to co-sign.
Yeah, somebody is willing to co-sign. That's why.
Well, then that's great.
But you see?
Yeah, then that's great.
I wanted to find out if they can be trusted, because I don't want to give someone social security numbers to them so that later on they come and complain.
It's a legit company. Salome is a legit company. Yeah. Okay. The most important thing is if they are going to approve you.
Oh, okay. But I learned they said when you are able to, when somebody is able to co-sign for you, like you have a high chance of getting the loan.
Like I said, it's an application. So let's hope that when you apply, it will be approved.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Congrats on your admission. Let's talk to Dorothy. Hi, Dorothy. If you can unmute can you put on your video?
Okay.
You're beautiful and you're hiding your face, Dorothy. How are you doing?
I'm fine. This is Dolly.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Let me know if you have a question.
Yeah, please. I wanted to ask you that with my name is Dorothy Usua, right? So
right.
In senior high nursing, I went to nursing. So in nursing, the Owusu, I don't know if you can see my name right here.
I can see
WAA for the last, but on my birth cert and on my passport, it's OWUSUAA. So I've made a mistake throughout. Would it worry me with the process?
So you have to just have an affidavit. You have to consider which will be the most convenient way to do it. That is when it comes to this study abroad process, the most important document is your passport and then your transcript, right? So if you think that it will be easy to change the name on your passport, because you can definitely have a new passport, but if that will be challenging, you have to have an affidavit that indicates that the various spellings belongs to the same person. It's the same person who has these various names. So that if you are applying to a school and they say that, oh, your transcript, we have this name, then that affidavit can serve as a proof to say that, oh, it's the same person.
Okay. Okay, so please, do you know where I can do the affidavit? Because I have no idea.
I'm in America. I think I did it around the Supreme Court. I had mine was like I have 3 names, but 2 names were appearing on my transcript and certificate, and then I needed to have a passport which will carry all the 3 names. So I think around the Supreme Court, it's been a long time. I don't know if where I did it. Yeah, so but definitely if you maybe court clerks and stuff like that, those are the people that can help you to do that. All right, let's talk to Priscilla. Let me know if Priscilla you can hear me. Priscilla, you're on. Yeah, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
Are you ready, or should I pick another person? Looks like you're a busy woman.
I'm ready. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So I want to ask some questions.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one is my GPA is very low. It's 1.9.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm asking if there could be any opportunities in any of the schools in the US or Canada, and then those that require internal evaluation, and then how to go about it.
So
and then also.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Okay. So with the ones that I have applied, also those that they asked for the application fee, I've been trying to pay, but I'm not able to pay it. So I was wondering if maybe you could help me with the payment in dollar, then I send it in CDs.
All right, so let's take it one after the other. So I am happy about the fact that you are not looking down on yourself or your CGP and is still trying to put in the work to be able to work on some application. Admissions are given to those who apply, but not those who complain and that my CGPA is bad, so I cannot apply. So I have to commend you on that. And also the effort you are putting in. I can see you are busy to still be seeking for information on how you can make this possible. So I have to commend you on that, and I really appreciate that. Now let's come to your questions. So in terms of, the CGPA or the transcript, I have been saying it several times that schools admit people not only based on their transcript, but other application documents also matter, right? So don't limit yourself to only one school. There are a lot of other options or don't limit yourself to only your CGP. There are other options you can use. I made a specific video targeting this. So it's like 25 minutes video, more than 150,000 views on YouTube. I mentioned universities that specifically state on their website that they accept a low CGPA. And I also explain other things you can do. So for example, transcript evaluation will shoot your CGPA up. There are some new programs you can apply to. So I gave a lot of tips and ideas in this specific video that I'm showing. And you can check it out on the YouTube channel. So, in terms of internal evaluation, the schools change their policies from time to time. But I know a University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, they do internal evaluation. You can check out their requirements. Sometimes it changes. So normally I don't want to put a name of a school there. And then when their policies change, then it becomes some way. I know there was a university in Chicago. If I remember the name, I'll put it out there. They also do internal evaluation. But I would suggest that instead of the internal evaluation, you could have rather paid for the evaluation so that it gives you an opportunity to apply to a lot of schools. Because most of the schools that require the internal evaluation, you will pay a little amount. And then if you want to apply to another school, you also pay. Why don't you put the money together, do the WES evaluation? It shoots up your CGPA so that you can be using that to apply to as many schools as possible. And that is one of the things you would have to target if you know your CGPA is that low and you apply to as many as you can. Let's talk about the application fees. You can link up with my team. If you send us an Instagram message, we have a means of doing that where we can help people pay. And that's one of the reasons why I normally want to share universities that are waiving application fee. Sometimes it's not as if people don't have the money. Sometimes some schools require PayPal, credit card, MasterCard, and people do not have that. So when you put out some of these application fee waivers, it helps. So personally, if you send us a message on Instagram, we'll be able to see how best we can assist you. Do you have any other questions?
Okay. Can you suggest some of the schools in Canada also?
So what happens is that when it comes to school suggestion, it would depend on what program. So you are not focusing on the schools based on your CGPA. You're rather focusing on the schools based on your interest and the program you want to apply to. So what did you study and what do you want to apply to?
I studied psychology and then sociology. So if public health or social work would do.
You have a lot of options. Let's take it one step at a time. So now we need to gather the list of documents we need to work on the application. Because of your CGP, I would highly encourage you to work on the evaluation. Now, based on that, then we would be able to come up with a list of at least 5 different programs we are targeting. So we shouldn't limit ourselves to only one program. And I'm glad that you mentioned public health. Now, when we are able to target these 5 programs, then based on the programs, we now come on, okay, which schools offer these programs I'm looking at. When we are done with that, then we email the HOD and we will share our transcript with them. We can find out whether they would admit us based on our transcript or not. So if they say no, they will not admit us because there's a high possibility your CGPA may shoot up to maybe 2.5 or 2.7 when you evaluate it. And I would highly encourage that you check out my brother's video, Aaron in Spice. He made a video that you can evaluate. Oh, I can show it on my screen. Let me see if I can do that. That's a very good video that I would encourage you to check it out. He made a video explaining how you can evaluate your transcript for free. Can you see my screen? I'm showing the video. Shout out to Aaron, by the way. This is a very good video. If you've not checked it out, please do. So this video explains a step-by-step approach to be able to find out what your CGPA is going to be even before you pay for the evaluation. So you don't necessarily have to finish with the evaluation to know that my CGPA is going to turn out this way. And the name is Aaron in Spice, AARON, and then space in Spice, INSPIRES. So you'll be able to find, okay, now this is my CGPA, then it's worth it. Let me pay for the evaluation. Like I said, I appreciate how bold you are and not looking down on yourself and wanting to work on this. I will be happy to support you and to see that this dream becomes a success so that it will be a testimony to our brothers and sisters who think that, my CGPA did not go well, so I don't qualify to study abroad. Listen, you will not be the first person to have such a CGPA to work on this study abroad for it to be successful. Neither would you be the last person. So my sister, it's going to work out.
Please, hello.
So Nathan, your video is off, so I'm not able to pick you. Lexus, I see you as well. I'm not able to pick you because your video is off. So make sure you have your video on. Okay, so Frederick has a very long question. Let's see if we can respond to Frederick Biggs Benson, watching us on YouTube, on Facebook. Thank you for tuning in. You said you got a date at Benin, and with your portal, you pay your MRV there in cash, that is true, and you can book without paying a penny, but also want to fill a DS-160 on the AVIT, and you don't fill a DS-160 on the AVIT. Remember, the AVIT portal is the portal where you schedule a date, but the DS-160 application is also a separate, but you use the confirmation number to come and schedule a date. I don't know if that's what you mean. And you can book, okay, and have my first interview in Ghana. There will be a problem. Will there be a problem if I fill out another DS-160, same details, but different website? That is the AVIT portal. Frederick, your question is not very clear. if you can request and join, hopefully I'll be able to address your questions. But it's not very clear, so I don't know how to respond to this one. Or you can take your time, type it clearly, and then I'll be happy to respond. All right, let's pick another person. Hi, Dorcas.
Hi.
Please go ahead. Dorcas, please go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got admission to the Junior Commonwealth.
I could hardly hear you. If you could speak up a little bit. Are you shy?
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
I said I had admission.
Speak up a little bit so I can hear you, please. Oh man. Dorcas, please go on. Okay. All right. Dorcas is having it. Lexus, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good, yourself.
So you are not Lexus Bill, you are Lexus Will.
Yeah, I'm Lexus Will.
Are you guys related?
Well, we are friends though, but not others related. There's a whole story to it.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
yeah.
you stole his name or he stole your name? Which one?
I didn't actually steal his name, rather, but his name is the reason why I'm alive. The Lexus is the reason why I'm alive. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see that. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so thanks for everything you're doing for us.
Thank you too for supporting, for subscribing, for sharing, and for joining too. I appreciate you, bro.
You're welcome. So this is an issue I'm facing. I'm told that as an individual, you can't use your personal business account for your visa interview. Is that right?
So that's a very good question. So what happens is that when it comes to financial statement, the embassy do not give out explicit information on what statement can be used and what cannot be used, right? However, it is because you are submitting a financial document to your university. That is the reason why you go there with a bank statement or maybe a financial document. So whatever statement, so as to what document there will be acceptable or not is being determined by your school, not the embassy. Remember, there are a lot of people, they go to the embassy and then they either get their visa approved or denied, but they don't even check their financial statement. So if the school and every school, I really appreciate this question. Thank you for bringing it. It brings out a lot of information from me. So every school has what we call a financial support form or financial affidavit form to request for what we call the I-20. So there are every school would give you rules and regulations concerning financial statement they accept and do not accept. So some schools, my first school, they said that they accept company statement. However, there should be a letter attached to it. But if you are sending a personal statement, you don't have to attach the letter. In my second school, I've forgotten what their criteria was, but I'm trying to say that some schools, they will not accept company statement at all. A typical example, East Tennessee State University, they don't accept company statement, but other schools would also accept it. Some schools will only accept a bank statement if it's coming from you or your immediate family. If it's an uncle, they will not accept it. So what I'm trying to say that these instructions are clearly given by the school you are going to, and it differs from one school to another. It's not a generic thing.
Oh, okay. All right. So actually, I use that business bank statement for my I-20. The I-20 is in.
Which is absolutely fine. Which means that you just have to have a good, explanation for the reason for using, such a statement for your interview. Once your school has accepted it and issue your I-20, you can use it for the interview. Now, sit down and think about it. What is going to be my explanation if I'm being asked this question? Remember, the interview is all about questions. Whatever your story is, you're going to answer questions, right? So there are some people that have like a full scholarship from their school because they are not able to explain how they got the scholarship. They got denied. You get it? So there's nobody going to the embassy that has like a perfect story. Nobody. Everybody has questions to go and respond to. So you have to, whatever your situation is. Now, if you go and use a different statement, there will be questions around it. So yours is not to be scared about what question are they going to ask me. Yours is to prepare to answer the questions that are will be asked at the embassy, and you're going to be fine like this.
All right. So thank you. So last week I made a proposal that you should get a website. I'm actually working. I'm working on it for you. Maybe by the end of this month.
Yeah,
By
let
the
my
end of this
people
month.
get in touch.
Okay. All right.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. I really appreciate you, sir.
You're welcome. So see you next time, and thanks again.
Yeah, boss. Thank you. Thank you. Let's talk to another person. Let's see who is coming on. Nathan. Hi, Nathan.
Hello, Fred. How we
Why?
can hear you?
Yeah, I can hear you. Looks like I like your smile. Looks like you are thinking about a lot of things. What are you thinking about, my brother?
I had admission for almost 6 schools from US and 5 schools from UK.
6 schools from
Yeah,
US.
Yes, please.
Wow. Talk to us. Did you pay application fee to all of them?
No, please. I apply freely.
Wow.
Without
Is it
paying
master's
up.
or undergrad?
Masters.
Wow. Congrats on the admission. But how many did you apply to though that you had 6 admissions?
Oh, I applied to almost 11 schools.
Wow, 11 schools.
Yes.
Then you are not playing, my brother. What program are you targeting?
Actually, I'm a business student. Currently, I'm a chartered accountant in Ghana.
Okay.
I did that alongside my undergrad studies, and I'm working with one of the big 4 audit firms in Ghana here.
Oh man, you're a business guy. So how did you get the recommendations?
I was connected to some of the lecturers on my campus before leaving.
Which school did you graduate from?
UCC.
Oh, then don't tell me you are a custodian. Which hall were you?
I'm custodian.
Oh, then me, I'm a married. I'm an 8-year holler. So me and you, we know should have be
We can't agree together. We can't be together.
Oh, which year did you graduate, bro?
Yeah, just 2024.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay. But is the custodian and ATL thing still there?
Yeah, it's still there.
Is that there?
We don't talk to each other, right?
Then I'm not going to talk to you in my life, bro.
This one we are on campus. So.
I'm happy for you. 6 admissions, that is huge, bro. So let me hear from you. What's your question, bro?
Okay. Actually, I received admission from one of the schools with a graduate assistantship position, which covered my food, tuition, and providing some stipend. But I have almost like $20,000 deficit to cover, and I have my father passed on somewhere 2011, so I moved in with my uncle who has been paying for my bill from that time up to this period.
Right.
He's okay. He will be providing the bank statement for me to cover for the visa application. But I contacted some people and they were like, because before going for the university, I was a teacher. I was a basic school teacher before I left the profession totally to read accounting. So I wasn't working like during that period. So I don't have so much in my account to have a personal fund to back loan. So the people were like, because I've been working before and stuff, so using my uncle's bank statement solely will raise a lot of questions about the visa. So I want to know if that's true.
If you don't have the statement and you force yourself to get it too, it can raise a lot of questions. Is that not it?
Yeah.
I was telling my other brother, first of all, congrats on the admission. Congrats on your graduate assistantship. I'm super happy and proud of you. The only thing I don't agree with you is being a custodian. That one I don't agree with you. But let's move beyond that. So the interview is all about questions, right? And for the kind of assistantship you have, I'll be surprised if you don't get it approved, especially if you put in the necessary preparation for this interview. Most people have a deficit bigger than yours. On my platform, even people with no scholarship, they are getting the visas approved. So if you don't have it, you see, let's start it from here. That if we all had our way, Like you, for example, if you had your way, you would have designed the I-20 in such a way that you had no deficit. Is that not it? Normally, what we want is not what we get. We all have an ideal situation that we want to get. But unfortunately, it's life. It doesn't go as we expected. You would have loved that, like, even not for this visa interview or anything like that, you would have gotten maybe like $20,000 in your account. But bro, it's not like that. Do you get it? Yeah, so we may not, people wish to have something, but you may not necessarily have that. Now, I doubt and I disagree completely that because your uncle is sponsoring you, you have a graduate assistantship, which is great. Because you are not providing the support, you don't have it. And you're not going to the embassy to lie. You're going there to tell them the situation, you're in the truth, so that your visa will be approved. So in terms of this process, everybody, and I encourage people to do that you listen to people who have been there, stuff like that. But the ultimate decision should be taken by you. You shouldn't be a follower. You should be a student, such that you listen, but you work on what would apply to your situation. You get it? So this is the condition you are in. That is why you submitted to your school. You would have loved to have that amount, but you don't have it. Don't go kill yourself. So, bro, prepare very well for the interview, and then your story is amazing. You'll be okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Don't be a custodian again. That's my problem. Just don't be a custodian again. All right. So let's pick some questions from maybe TikTok, and then I'll be reading some of your comments as well. I'll be happy to respond to them. If you're just tuning in, you're welcome. This is the biggest study abroad content platform. Hi, Miss. Can you hear me? Okay. Let's see. Shout out to Dr. Kofi, by the way. I'm trying to pick some questions from TikTok. If you don't follow us on TikTok, please do. Nana, how are you doing? Let me know if you're on a different platform, you can hear the TikTok people. I use my phone to join the TikTok, and then I'm using my laptop to stream on the other platform. So I'm trying to manage a lot of things at the same time. Hi, Nana, how are you doing? Hello, Nana, can you please hear me? Hello, Nana, can you hear me? Okay. Hello, Nana, can you hear me? All right, Nana cannot hear me, so let's bounce back. Let's see. I was trying to see if I can pick some questions from TikTok as well. Looks like it's not working. So yeah, I asked Devo how he got the recommendation. He said I shouldn't become a lecturer. Why are you saying that, Fusaini? Suleiman, why are you saying that? He said I shouldn't become a lecturer. You'll be disappointed. Anyway, okay, let's see if we can pick some questions and then we're happy to respond to them. Let's see. Hi, Miss, how you doing? Hello. How you doing? Okay, let me see if I can. Let me bring you to the microphone. How you doing? If you're watching us on a different platform, let me know if you can hear me. I'm trying to pick some questions on TikTok.
I'm good, and you?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you for asking. Go ahead with your question. We can hear you. Okay. Okay. It looks like Miss cannot hear me. So let's see. Let's go back to our questions over here. And then I was trying to pick some questions on TikTok, but it looks like he cannot hear me. So let's see. Kwaku Richie, your network is not stable. Let's see. All right, Kwaku, can you hear me? Richie, can you hear me? Okay. Kwaku Richie is having a terrible connection. Nathan, you joined since I started the session, but you're not putting on your video. So I don't know if you have questions or you just want to be here. Okay. Let's talk to Sarah. Hi, Sarah. How you doing?
Hi, I'm fine. Good evening.
Good evening. I like the way you speak. Where are you talking to me from? Sorry, is your network stable? Oh man. Oh my goodness, the network is not stable. Raphael, let me know if you can hear me. You can unmute your microphone. You can put on your video. Let's see if we can hear you. The network is not being favorable. Sarah, can you please hear me?
Yes, please.
Hello, Sarah. Okay. Okay. Oh man, Sarah, your connection is not stable. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yes, so I have a GPA of 2.66. I have a degree in accounting, and I've been trying with to apply for masters.
Yeah.
But here lies the case. I went to your scholarship video, and you made suggestions that you can write a mail to either the graduate school or the international office to request if they have a job or those kind of stuff. So I want to find out if I do apply, do I have to ask them those? Do I have to write to them first before I apply if they have a job like that?
Yeah. So you don't have admission yet, right?
For now I have admission at New Haven.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So
but I only have 10% scholarship.
Are you talking about that, or you're talking about a new application you'll be working on?
No, for now I'm holding on with that. I want to work on the scholarship.
Okay, great. So what happens is that, you should have emailed them to ask about the scholarship before applying. But I'm happy to hear that you said your GPA is 2.6 and yet you got admission. So to somebody listening that says that, it's not possible to get admission if you have a 2.6, you have proven them wrong. And we thank God for that. So now you need to go back to the head of the department. Which school did you graduate from?
From University of Professional Studies,
So you
UPSC.
see, good. In UPSC, within your department, there was a program head, right?
Yeah.
So the program you've gained admission into, they have what we call the program director. They can call it chair or maybe coordinator. Go and search for his email. Then you thank him for giving you the admission and even the scholarship they've given you. Then you take that opportunity to ask them that, is it possible that, do they have graduate assistantship available? Do you have to get a different link or a different application document to apply for that separately? You get it? So that if there is, they will send you the link. If there is a paper form or there is an interview, they will tell you when the interview can be held.
Okay.
Now, that is one option. So when you hear from them, it could be negative, it could be positive. If it is negative, then we go on to the university's web employment website, where different departments in the school advertise graduate assistantship positions over there. But hopefully the response from your director will be positive. But I just don't want you to just email and ask about funding. No, be nice. Just thank them for giving you the admission and giving you the first scholarship. Then now you ask the other questions you have, including maybe were you assigned to a supervisor. If you're assigned to a supervisor in the department, most graduate students, they have a supervisor. So they can assign you to a lecturer, and that lecturer could be like your personal, professor you'll be working with throughout your studies. So they can also provide you, okay, maybe I have even assistantship. Since I'm going to be your supervisor, I can help you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right. So congrats.
Thank you. And also, my second question is,
right.
I have a degree in accounting, and in your video, you made mention that in some of the business courses, you mostly don't get funding unless you write GRE, GMAT, and I haven't written that exam. So,
the fact that you've gotten admission, means that your qualification was enough for the school to admit you. And for some schools, they only give the scholarships to students they have admitted. Right now, that statement I made is in connection with most department or business department. That is their mantra, that you should have GRE. Another thing I said in that video was some programs too, you have to apply for a dual master's degree program. So you having the admission, that is awesome. The admission can let you get, so there are some people, they didn't write the GRE GMAT, but their scholarship is from a different department in the school. You get what I'm saying? Good. So if you don't have that and you've gotten admission, no problem. Now we are not looking for admission; we are looking for scholarship now. So it's a different dynamic or different ball game altogether.
Okay.
I appreciate you for
But
joining.
can I divert the course? Maybe cybersecurity, project management.
That is if you're applying to a different school. Yes. So the good thing about graduate school, and I'm happy you're asking this question. You are asking very intelligent questions. I like it. So the good thing about graduate school is that you do not necessarily have to restrict yourself to the program you studied. So some people think that if I pursued bachelor's in political science, it means that I have to necessarily apply to master's in political science. No, it doesn't work like that. For bachelor's in political science, you can look at maybe public administration, public policy. There are lots of other related programs. So yes, you can switch, but you have to make sure that you are talking to the department head for them to know your background before applying to switch. So for example, if there's a scholarship available in, let's say, cybersecurity, and somebody has a bachelor's in computer science, who do you think they will consider for the assistantship? You coming from a business background or somebody with computer science or IT background?
Computer science.
Good. So you talk to the HOD that this is my qualification. So for me, for example, my first master's was in a different field and I switched to public administration. Guess what? I still had a scholarship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and I keep on switching. For PhD, I switched to a different field. So you can switch to whatever field you want to switch to, but you need to make sure you are talking to the school. That is very important.
Okay.
And then the most important thing is being able to write a statement of purpose that would bridge, I interviewed a Nigerian friend on my podcast, and then she had, I think, social work or so, and she switched to IT. She has a scholarship. So it's possible to switch, but you just have to make sure that you're talking to the department head for them to understand that this is the background you are coming from. And yes, we would admit you if you apply.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for joining, Sarah. That was. I'm happy. Like 2.6, and she's able to get admission. Yet you are sitting there saying that I have a low CGPA, I can't apply. Well, that's okay. Let's speak to Derek. Hi, Derek. How you doing?
I'm doing great, and you too?
I'm okay. Where are you talking to me from, sir?
I'm talking to you from Ghana.
Okay.
Doma Hinkru.
Oh, I know Doma. Doma in B.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead. All
right. So
I was in Sussex, so I know Doma very well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you for the opportunity, and then letting me in. Okay. So I have gained admission to Youngstown State University, MS Computing and Information Systems.
Oh wow, that's
but
nice.
Then I only received the admission through my email, but then no admission letter. So I wanted to clear my doubts, like that maybe the admission letter will come together with assistantship. But then yesterday I have applied to many of the assistantship on their websites.
So the content of the email would have helped me to answer this question. And who sent it? Is it the graduate chair of your department or the head of the graduate school that sent that email? So and some. I would love to know the content of the email before I can help with any response.
Okay, so I received an email saying that I have been admitted to MS Computing and Information System, that is regular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then afterwards, I also received from international students. They also sent me how I can request my I-20 and others.
Okay. So I'm like I said, I still want to know who sent that email. So that means that you've gotten admission. So you need to reach back to your head of department of the program you applied into. And then you ask the questions that you're asking me. That
so I have already reached out to my program coordinators.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I have even signed in the school's email.
Right.
So I use that to communicate with them.
Okay. So what was the response when you communicated?
So I first contacted graduate school, and then they sent me an email to contact. So I contacted them, but no response. I've even sent follow-up messages but then still I haven't yet gotten any feedback yet. So I'm still waiting.
So there is this brother who is saying that with Youngstown, I know another student who has received the same, and he has been able to apply for graduate assistantship. So here's the thing. I don't know the content of the email you're sending them, but it is also advisable that you send the email from the young institutional email address, and maybe they might be on a break. You can check out the academic calendar of the university. You can see when they go on spring break and all that. If the time you sent the email, they were on a break, then maybe they have to resume before they will respond to you. Another thing is that maybe sickness, anything, maybe that's why they are not, the professor is not responding. So you can also reach out to another lecturer within the same department and indicates that you are trying to reach out to the department coordinator, but unfortunately you've not had a response. If that lecturer is within the same department, then they'll be able to know the situation or check up on the professor and say that, oh, this international student said they are trying to reach you. And even with the international office, you can still reply their email and tell them that you are trying to contact your department coordinator. Sometimes maybe they have changed that person from the but they've not updated the department website. And then you can also check out if there is a way, and the international office people can do that. They can connect you to any Ghanaian student over there or any international student. That person could be in the same department you're going to, or maybe the African Student Union or International Student Union, their president. Then you said, oh, I'm trying to reach out to this professor. Like, can you try and maybe go to their office and see if maybe they are available to reply to my email. I appreciate you for joining. Congrats on the admission, bro. All right. Let's see if we can pick more questions and then respond to them. Wow. We have a lot of questions to respond to. Shout outs to Davis, Tekpe, you're watching us on YouTube. Leshandu, shout outs to you for tuning in. Raphael, thank you for coming on. Raphael, you said if you're not finding suitable days, what do you if you can't find to go? Raphael, your question is not clear. If you could clarify that, I'll be happy to respond. Right. Let's see. Okay, Frederick, I think you have a clarification here. You said I got a date through the Benin and portal. And with your portal, you have to pay the MRV there in cash. If you don't know what MRV is, that's the visa application fee, which is like 185 at the moment. And then you can book without paying a penny. That is true. So for those who want to know, who want a closer date to Benin, there is. I have secured a date on their portal, but that is in August. Okay. I want to do my first interview in Ghana. When you say you want to do your first interview, are you saying that you're going for the first interview to get denied and you go for the second one? Bro, don't say that. You have to go for the interview with that conviction that you want to get approved. But if you say, I want to do my first interview, the interview will go for it once. It is when you... It's a problem. It is when you are denied that you go for a second interview. But you, without going for the first interview, you are thinking you have a second interview to go to. Frederick, the people call Frederick, we are very positive. Don't disgrace me, my brother. Don't do that. He said, I want to do my first interview in Ghana before that of Benin. If you get the visa approved, you don't have to go for a second one, Frederick. Yeah, my brother. Okay. Anyway, I need you to be positive about this thing. When you're putting in time, effort to work on such a process, the only thing that you can do for yourself is to be positive that what I'm working on will be successful. But you are planning for a second visa interview when you've not gone for. I don't know what you people think. My brother is planning to go for a second interview when he has not even gone for the first one. What do you guys think? Is it maybe I am seeing it from a different perspective? Lucas, let's see if we can hear you now.
Yes. Hello, can you hear me now?
You sound and look like a very shy person. Are you shy?
Not really.
Go
I'm
ahead.
just at work, that's why.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm saying that I got admission to Virginia Commonwealth University.
Oh wow, congrats.
And thank you. And I asked for graduate assistantship, but then I was told unless I get to campus before I can do that. For now, I applied for Empower loan, which I use that to get my I-20.
Oh, nice,
But
nice.
I was thinking that only the Empower, I'm afraid I might got denied during the visa interview. So I spoke to my uncle for additional funding
Okay.
as in the form of sponsorship. So I want to reach out to the school if my uncle's own is ready. I want to reach out to the school so that they'll update my I-20 for me. So this is the question. Do you think that going there with the Empower can get me denied?
I actually have a lot of friends who got their visa approved for the Empower. So no, just just the fact that you have an Empower loan approval does not equate interview denial. No, you have to now come up with a very good preparation for the interview, because there are other people like yourself who also got their visas. In fact, I have a lot of friends who got their visas approved with Empower.
Okay. Another question. I apply as MBA in like business administrative and management and then business analytics. But I'm planning to change it when I get there into the health center. Is it possible?
That means that once you secure your visa, you need to apply and get admission into that program. So you have to gain admission, not that you go to the school and because you have admission into one program, you say they should switch you to another program. No, you need to, if it's a different school, no problem. If it's even within the same school, make sure that you already hold an admission to be able to transfer into that program. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yes,
finally.
So like getting the visa.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I understand. I'm saying that. So does it mean when I get the visa and then I reapply, the only thing that will change will be the I-20?
That would also mean that is the program you want to apply to still admitting as and when you are applying. So obviously the program you want to apply to would have the application deadlines and all that. So you have to make sure that the program is still admitting. For now, I wouldn't want you to worry about all those things. Focus on the visa approval and a good preparation for the interview. That's the most important thing. Don't sort of try to occupy your attention and mind with all the things that will be happening. It's a step-by-step process. So now focus on how prepared am I facing what is ahead of me, and when that is over, you think about the next step. All right. Nice talking to you. All right, let's talk to Prince Labi. Hi, Prince. How you doing?
I'm doing good, sir.
Why are you in darkness with just a small light shining on your face?
There's light out here at my end.
Okay, go ahead. Where are you in Ghana, though?
Yeah, I'm in Koforidua.
Oh, Koforidua flowers. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I wanted to ask. I just joined you not long ago. A friend of mine recommended you to me, and I wanted to ask: can I apply with my WASI resource for scholarship? Can I apply for a WASI resource for the scholarship?
Yeah, sure. So my team actually help people to apply for free. So you can use the WASI result, but you don't only use the WASI results. You will need your transcript from your high school. Sometimes you need letters of recommendation. Obviously, you should have a passport. You should get an English proficiency letter. And the admission requirement may differ from school to school. So you have to look at what program you studied at the high school and what program you want to apply for. Then you look at their various requirements. Earlier, if you can rewatch this, there's a brother who joined us who said he has admission to one school in Missouri. He was going for bachelor's, and he has a scholarship of about 15,000. So you can check out some of those schools and then look at their requirements and apply. So yeah, you can apply with your high school, but not only the high school results. Get these other documents that I just mentioned.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
That's all the questions you have. Nice talking to you. Let's talk to Mark. Mark, you have to put on your video. Hello, Mark. I know. Okay. Mark is not ready. Okay, so Alfred, what was your question? You said, Mr. Fred, pick our questions here small, we beg. Some of us can't come on the live because, okay. Alfred, what was your question? You should have rather typed your question because I'm just reading what you just typed. Anyway, I think Frederick responded to me. He said that I said I was in a dilemma of not getting a date because there are no favorable visa dates in Ghana. Bro, when I started the session, I explained that if your program is starting in August, even if you get your visa approved today, you cannot enter until maybe 30 days to the start of your program. So now, dates that are not favorable, it's not a problem because you have until July. You know, we are in March, and this is a recurring issue. Every year this happens. Even the COVID era, people were able to get dates. So this is not a problem at all. So he said, I'm very positive. I appreciate that. And then I want advice on what to do since I cannot get emergency dates in Ghana. Bro, what happens is that you need to pay the service fee and then request for the emergency. You are not just going to be given an emergency date. This is how it works. You pay the service fee and you put in a request for an expedited appointment or emergency appointment. When that appointment, when that request is approved, then you go back to the calendar to look for a date. And like I said, if your program, except maybe your program is starting next month, if your program is starting in fall, which starts in August, don't be in a rush to look for dates now. Relax, select whatever is available. Put in a good preparation to make sure that you are ready to go for the interview. Then you can think about rescheduling or putting in emergency request to get a closer date. All right. Let's see. Dorothy, welcome to the family. It's easy to connect with us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is called The Fred Effect. So you send us a direct message on Instagram, and then we'll be happy to respond to you. That's the way to connect. There's also an opportunity to schedule a one-on-one meeting if you want to. So let me share that on the screen. So you know how to do that. So this is the link you can use to schedule a one-on-one meeting. And if you're preparing for a visa interview, I would highly encourage you to talk to Argo Visa before you go for your visa interview. So what is that? Who is Argo Visa or what is Argo Visa? Argo Visa is a team of former visa officers who used to work with the various embassies as visa officers, but now they are retired. So, you know, they coach people to prepare for their visa interview. They have what we call the DS-160 review. And let me share my screen real quick. They have the DS-160 review where you can share your DS-160 with them, and then they'll be able to go through. If there are any challenges, they will help you with that. And then you can sign up for insider tips if you put in your name, your email, and then a phone number, and you subscribe. You constantly be receiving emails from them about your preparation and all that. So this is the website of Argo Visa. They are a team of former visa officers, very experienced individuals. And I've had a couple of conversations with most of them on the channel. So they gave very insightful ideas. Check it out on the YouTube channel. But you can also use the link I'm sharing on the screen to book a consultation with them. You can have a 30-minute, 45-minute, or 1-hour consultation. So whichever category of visa you're going in for, you have to try and talk to a former visa officer. Don't leave your approval to chances. put in the preparation. A lot of people have already gone through this process. You wouldn't be the first person to do this. Neither would you be the last person. So talk to a former visa officer before you go for your visa interview. I appreciate you for joining today, subscribing, and I'm happy that I was able to provide some insights to all the questions you had for me today. So next week, I'll be talking to another person who has been through the study abroad process on what we call the study abroad podcast with a Fred effect, to be able to share, how they did it and how they applied, so that you can also learn from it. All right. Let's see. Okay, so let's see if we can pick more questions in the comment section. I'll be reading them. Let's see, TikTok. Okay. Bachoa, can you hear me?
Yes.
Let me know what question. Yeah, good evening. How are you doing? What question do you have for me?
Okay, please, I'm getting admissions to the College of St. Scholastica, St. Scholastica to pursue a bachelor's degree in nursing.
Okay.
So I had a 33,000 scholarship.
I know about that school. So I know about that school, so don't worry. So let's go ahead with the question you have.
Okay, and I also gained admission in another school. That's Kentucky State University.
Okay.
I had 5,000 scholarship and a deficit of 19,000.
When
I can apply to on-campus job to reduce the cost.
When you mentioned the school, I already have the information you want. You the scholarship and everything. So go ahead with the question you have for me.
Okay, so I don't know. The deficit of the St. Scholastica is higher than the deficit of the Kentucky State University. But because the St. Scholastica's scholarship is it's good than the Kentucky State University, I don't know what to go to the visa interview with. I don't know whether I should choose the Kentucky or the St. Scholastica.
So it depends on your preference. It could be the program. It could also be what your sponsors can afford, for example. So one requires enrollment deposit, the other does not. So would you be able to afford the enrollment deposit and all that? So that would depend on, your current circumstances and what you can afford.
The programs are the same. I gained BSc nursing for both programs.
Right. So if you look at the enrollment deposit, if you check out the enrollment deposit as well as, okay, there's a bit of noise coming from Boachiwa's end. Okay, so if you look at the enrollment deposit, you can also look. But Boachiwa, if you can be a little bit patient, can you be patient a little bit?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. So what happens is that you would have to decide, the requirements from each of these universities and what you can provide. So, for example, can you provide the enrollment deposit that the school is requiring? The financial statement or the sponsorship, would you be able to provide it? Most importantly, which of these universities do you think that if you use for the visa process, you'll be able to explain your circumstances very well and convince, the visa officer to approve your visa? So if you look at the two of them, then you would decide. Do you get my point?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So, please, I was asking whether the scholarship does not determine the approval or denial.
Oh, no. The scholarship is, obviously part of the funds. It adds up to your ability to sponsor your education. But let's understand that people with no scholarship from their school, but they have some sort of sponsorship are still able to get their visa approved. In the two schools you are mentioning, there are people that got the visa approved with the same school. There are people who also are going to the same school, and because they were not able to explain their circumstances, did not get the visa approved. But so it looks like there's a lot of noise at your background. You are bringing out very good questions. So if you could get a stable background, a quiet background, then I'll be happy to respond to the rest of the questions you have. You can unmute your microphone. All right, so Wachua is talking to me on TikTok. She has admission to 2 good universities, one in Minnesota and one in Kentucky, and then she's trying to find out which one she should opt for. So I'm trying to provide some ideas and information for her to understand, what to do next. So I'm even happy that at least you have been able to apply, get admission and scholarship to 2 different universities. That's impressive. Wachua, are you there? Okay, you have other questions for me?
No, that's all.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. Let's see. Dada Joe. Is it Dada Joe or Dada Joe? Okay, Dada Joe cannot hear me. Shout out to Victor Wusu. Thank you for tuning in. Tempo has. Okay. Let's see. All right. We've been here for almost 2 hours, so let's end it for today. I appreciate you for joining. Just quick one. If you've not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button to be part of the family on Facebook. You can follow. And if you have questions, please send us a message on Instagram. We'll be happy to respond to you. We do have a mock interview platform that for more than half a decade, we have assisted over thousands of people to just prepare for their interview. If you already have a date scheduled, you can send us a message on our verified Instagram handle. We'll be happy to add you to the platform. And I also shared that Albany State University is waiving the application fee. They've extended it to April 11th. So it's in Georgia if you want to check it out. And then I also shared Alabama A&M University in the urban planning program. So all these are posted on the FedEfex YouTube channel under the post section. You can check that out as well. And if you want to go if you are preparing for visa interview, try and schedule an appointment with the Argo Visa team. They will be happy to assist you prepare. This is a team of former visa officers, and they'll be happy to help you prepare for your visa interview. It's been a great conversation. Thank you for interacting. Thank you for your questions. And I'm happy to share my ideas and information. I'm not pretending to be an expert in this field, right? What I have been through the process all the way from Bole Bamboy to having 2 masters and trying to work on a PhD and all that. So I have attended about 4 different universities. So I have insider ideas on how some of these universities, if you go to every university, their system work differently. I've had opportunity to assist thousands of people to go through the process. So it gives me ideas on how some of these processes work. There are about 1,000 higher education institutions. I can't assume or pretend to know all of them. But from Bole Bamboy going through the process and having an opportunity to study 2 different masters and, study in 5 different universities, it gives me a lot of ideas to be able to share with you if, you are working on the process. We are all helping ourselves. I don't know it all. I can't pretend to be an expert in the field, no, but I share my ideas and information on how you can do it. Sometimes, some people may not agree with some of the information we put out there. That's absolutely fine. No one is perfect. No one knows it all. I continue to learn and improve on the ideas I've gained, over the years. The opportunity to, go through the visa process also, to interact with former visa officers. That's a privilege I have, connecting with these visa officers. We have conversations about some of these processes. So I continue to learn on a daily basis. Today, I have learned from some people that join the section, and then the comments you're giving in. So it helps develop all of us, and then we are trying to help ourselves. So when don't come on the channel assuming that Fred Effect knows it all. No, I don't know it all. I just share my ideas based on my experience and the opportunity to assist people to go through the process. I have very good friends that are also in the study abroad space that I talk to, that also share ideas and information. There are some schools that I may not even know about, but through talking to somebody, I get to know. So we keep on learning. We keep iron sharpeneth iron. We keep on upgrading the knowledge we have acquired working on the process, and we are happy to share. We are happy to have a platform, and you provided the platform for your subscription, your follow, your like, your comment makes that platform possible for us to be able to share our ideas, looking at where we are coming from, and the opportunity to be in a space where we have information and ideas to share with you. Whenever I get the opportunity to make a video, sit behind a microphone like this, I want to make sure that I'm providing you with value. The words I'm putting out there are not discouraging you, but they are encouraging you to pursue your dreams, to pursue higher education, so that it will change your life and that of your family, and even the kids unborn. So that is, I thank God for this opportunity to have such a platform that I'm also able to impact lives. All right. It's been a great session. I appreciate you for joining. Next week, I'll come your way. If you have questions, you can head over to our Instagram handle, send us a message. We'll be happy to respond to it. I leave you with this. Please be positive and know that everything will be fine. Not everybody's process works differently. So for some people, they get admission, they got a scholarship, and they get a visa approved. Others get admission, no scholarship, but they're able to get their visa approved. So there are some people too, the first 2-3 admissions do not go well for them. They may get refused, which is part of life. Don't be discouraged. It's part of it. The fact that a school denied your admission may not necessarily mean that you are a bad applicant, or maybe your SOP was worse. No, it doesn't work like that. There are some admission denials. It's strictly based on certain things that you do not even have control over. You understand? So push yourself, encourage yourself. That is life. If everything we want in life was going smooth for us, we wouldn't even enjoy the living. You understand? We fall, we wait, and then we lift ourselves up. We keep on pushing ourselves. What I need you to focus on is that there are a lot of negative things happening in life. I would encourage you and entreat you to focus on positivity. For example, if somebody has a scholarship and admission, and then it's a partial scholarship, they call it, half empty. I encourage you that if you have a cup of water filled with if you have a cup of water and it's filled to the middle, call it half full instead of half empty. Acknowledge and appreciate that, a lot of people apply to a school, but you were admitted. I appreciate the fact that you've been able to secure some level of scholarship and push yourself through. If you listen to the stories of all the people who have been successful with this process, nobody will tell you that it was easy. It wasn't. But the fact that the Fred Effect from Wally Bamboy could do it, that should give you some sort of encouragement that you can also do it. It's been a positive section. I appreciate you for joining, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. It means a lot to me. Thank you for sharing, so that our brothers and sisters who are in darkness in terms of when it comes to this study abroad process will come to understand that they are also capable. They can also do it. I'll see you next week. Please be positive and know that everything will be fine. I forgot to have the draw. I signed out, but I have to, honor my promise. So I have to come back. I did not have the draw. I have to do it. People commented, people followed, they subscribed. So we have to have the draw. So let's quickly do that. I nearly signed out. So let's see who gets selected. I was going, but I'm back. Okay, let's see who gets selected today. All right, Benedict. Upon Benedict. All right. So upon Benedict, thank you for engaging. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. And so try and send us a message on Instagram. The team will respond to you, and then we try to assist you to work on the project. I simply came back just to have the draw because I nearly forgot. It's a one-man production, so sometimes I forget a lot of things. I write a lot of things down so that I don't forget them when I come online. So congrats to upon Benedict for being selected for today. If you can type congrats to upon Benedict, that would be great. So let's say congratulations to upon Benedict. So upon, please send a message. If you are joining now and you're wondering what this is, so we try to give back, right? So if you subscribe, if you comment during the live session, you enter a draw, and then at the end of the session, we have the draw so that we select one person who gets selected by the team to so that the team assists the individual to go through the process. So this week, upon Benedict is being selected out of the draw. So upon, please have send us a message on Instagram and we'll take it from there.